Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Piper Academy. I'm your host, Army Piper, coming at you every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys what you need to know in the news, the charts, and everything in the macroeconomic world so that you can have knowledge because knowledge is profit. Guys, we got a big show for you today. Bitcoin rallied up, broke the 40,000 mark, pushed all the way up into the $42,000 range, and everyone is super bullish. I am too. Don't get me wrong by the thumbnail. Don't get me wrong by the title, but there is something going on that makes me a little nervous with what I'm seeing in other charts. And we're going to go over that today in the show. We're going to talk about the news that's backing this. We're going to look at a couple of headlines. There's information you guys need to know, so stick around. And I will give you at the end of the show where I'm sitting as far as feeling bullish or bearish. So let's go ahead and bring up my partner in crime without any further ado. It's the OC guy. Bro, what's up, man?
Not much. Just kind of like getting ready for Monday. Seems like Saturday we had a pretty nice show right there on the morning coffee. Seems like many and also opens up a new possibility for a maybe a change in the strategy. So yeah, pretty excited.
Absolutely. That's awesome, dude. Um, Let me check and make sure that's going on there. Guys, let me know in the chat if everything sounds good. Is OC and I's voice a little even and all that? Um, oh, his sound stopped. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I think you're good. Good. Okay. We'll go ahead and check that out. But let's go ahead. I'm going to get into the articles and we'll see if OC's voice is working again. So, oh, and mine's out too. Lovely. Lovely. Not sure why that happened. I saw a whole flash here on YouTube and then it just stopped on me. So I'm going to check something out here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get into the articles. Oh, it's working now. No, we're working now. There, we're good now. We're good now. Okay. Cool. So let's get into the charts. It was I saw YouTube flicker, like the actual feed from YouTube. So something definitely happened on YouTube there. But let's go ahead and jump over into the news. I want to talk about what is going on here today, guys. First off, we've got the crypto markets here. You can see the last 24 hours, Bitcoin up 2.52%, Ethereum up 2.6%, BNB down. But guys, you can see there's been a pullback going on here in the 24-hour. Mind you, Bitcoin still up from where it was. However, if you take a look at some of these other altcoins like Solana, quite a bit down for the 24-hour period. Look at Cardano, it's almost lost 50% of what it gained in the 24-hour in the past hour, right? So, looking there at that stuff, you can see Tron down 0.85 in the past hour, like hard pullback going on this morning, guys. Um, so there's that. We saw Bitcoin go up. All the alts kind of getting smashed on a little bit right now. Not very nice. There is also liquidations. Let's check that. And I'm going to get into these articles as quickly as possible here, guys. So forgive me if I'm running through this a little bit. But in the past 24 hours, 105,932 traders were liquidated. That is not very good for traders out there. But someone's always going to be someone else's exit liquidity. So total liquidations coming in at $310 million. Largest single liquidation order happened on BitMEX for $6 million on a single trade. So there you go. Economic calendar today, guys. We got JOLTS job openings coming in about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here, actually, that would be my time, maybe. I'm not sure. 9 a.m. I don't. That's usually 2 hours off of me, but maybe it's 9 a.m. my time. That would be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There we go. Yeah. So it looks like we're going to be sitting below for job openings where we were in the previous month. Which again, we're heading into holiday season. There should be jobs available. Not sure what's going on with that. 6 million on a single trade sucks. Yes, it does badly. CME guys, we're not going to see any easing. This is static. It's that it's going to pause all the way through to March. At March, we have a 58.1% chance of a cut in rates. So an actual decrease. Bring it down. Bring those interest rates down. Probably only going to be about 0.25 though. That's what we're seeing there. Let's get into the articles, and then we will move into the caution warning. Warning. Bitcoin eyes 40K. So this is very interesting. $1 billion in Bitcoin withdrawals suggests a bullish mood. So we obviously broke the 40K. We went all the way up to almost 42K. We're above 41 right now, sitting at about 41,500 ish. But according to this, $1 billion in Bitcoin has been moved off of exchanges and put into storage. It actually reinforces what I'm worried about, because people aren't buying this to trade it. They're not buying this to, flip it. This isn't like they're going to buy it, get the pump, sell half, let it fall, put the other half back in. They're not doing that. They're not even growing Bitcoin. They're just hodling Bitcoin, which is normal for a lot of hodlers, not normal for the market in general. And $1 billion in Bitcoin is a whole lot, guys. For example, I just saw an article that Michael Saylor has now made $1.5 billion off of all of his Bitcoin. $1 billion in Bitcoin is a ton of Bitcoin, people. So let's move into the next one. And now we're starting to get into what's coming. And I know everyone's thinking, but Peter Schiff, God, why is he a reference point for you guys? Peter Schiff may be anti-Bitcoin, but he is an economist. So we're going to read about this. Peter Schiff thinks the US dollar is about to crash like never before. Let's get down here. Too long, didn't read. TLDR, economist Peter Schiff predicts a historic crash for the US dollar, attributing to the de-dollarization effects by the BRICS alliance. Schiff warns that this crash could significantly impact the US economy, potentially leading to increased inflation, interest rates, and unemployment. The BRICS blocks movement. I'm not going to go too much into this BRICS piece because they're still way off, but I do think he is standing on some solid ground for his claim here. And the reason being is this one right here, guys. Gold. Gold has hit an all-time high. And OC, I don't know if you're aware of this. I want to talk about this for a second, and then I want to get into the chart. What is gold, OC?
Well, usually gold is a precious metal that is used for investments to secure their money, their investment against volatility, which is kind of like a safe haven for most investors.
Okay, so gold in comparison to stocks, which one's more risky? One's low
Oh,
risk, one's
stocks,
high risk.
absolutely.
Yeah, gold's a low risk money hedge, right? Especially if you don't think the dollar's the place for it to be. I want to jump over to the chart here. And before I go there, what is Bitcoin, OC?
Well, it seems like Bitcoin is being called digital gold, right? So also, I mean, if we've been keep watching or seeing what has happened against any other altcoin or even itself, the dollar itself against Bitcoin, we see that steady movement to the upside. So, I mean, I would think that the bubble might not be the one that most of us would think of.
Right, but yesterday we saw a big pump, and altcoins did not do that well in comparison at all. Altcoins actually went down on some of them in comparison to what Bitcoin was doing. So we have this absolutely insane move on gold yesterday. We have an absolutely insane, actually, it wasn't insane. I kind of called $45,000 Bitcoin on the Friday show. It was literally the thumbnail. But I thought that we would see alts move with it, and alts did not move with it really. They got a little bit of magnetic pull, but they were a very heavy sediment, and they fell right back away from that magnet in this pool of investing worlds, right? So a little scientific explanation analogy there for you. So what we saw with gold yesterday and Bitcoin is really isolated in comparison to the rest of the markets. As a matter of fact, the markets are dumping hard today. Nvidia's down 2.2% right now. Tesla's down 0.5%. Amazon's down 1.6%. Google's down 2%. And when I look at the futures, let's jump over there so I can show you this chart, guys. We looking at the futures here. US 30's down 0.25%. Futures for ES1's down 60. NASDAQ's down 1%. Markets are pulling back. We're even seeing gold pull back right now. But guys, I'm looking at a 1 week chart here on gold. It's never ever hit this high in its history, ever. Why that is relevant, in my opinion, is because I asked Chat GPT to answer that question about gold. Um, let me go take a look at that and just show you guys some reasons that gold does this. Excuse me. Whew, big sneeze. Getting that heat turning on finally, here because of getting colder weather, and it's just drying out the sinuses a little bit. Chat GPT, guys, did I go over this with the audience or just you, OC? I think I just went over this with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So take a look here, guys. This is what I'm seeing over here. I asked Chat GPT, I said, why does gold pump? What makes gold pump? Well, we just, based on those articles we just saw, economic uncertainty and instability. Gold is often considered a safe haven asset. Bravo on you, OC, called it. When there's economic uncertainty, political instability, or financial market volatility. Inflation concerns. If there are expectations of higher inflation, gold can be seen as a hedge against the decreasing value of the currency. Well, we just saw the article from Peter Schiff. Monetary policy changes. Decisions by central banks, especially those involving interest rates or quantitative easing, can impact gold prices. Lower interest rates can make gold more attractive as it doesn't yield interest, right? So right now, obviously interest rates are good. I'm going to guess it's probably on the side over there of decisions by central banks. What have we heard a lot about recently in the past year in the crypto world, OC? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with central banks and digital currencies. Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the
so
CBDCs,
it,
right?
did somebody like when that much money goes into gold? That's the elite people, guys. Those are elite investors, smart money. They get a lot of insider info. Let's be honest. Are they getting some type of information that the rest of us out here in the retail world are not getting? Because that gold pump, it shouldn't be seen right now. Everyone should be moving into high risk. When the stock market is pumping like crazy, when Bitcoin is pumping like crazy, you want to go into the higher earning amount, not gold, right? Gold is where people go to feel safe. It's their safe room. It's their chamber, right, of safety. But yesterday, a lot of big money went into gold. To move gold the way that it moved yesterday, guys, on a $13 trillion market is a lot of money to move gold like that. So, um, currency fluctuations. Gold is often inversely correlated with the US dollar. A weaker dollar can make gold cheaper, so on and so forth. So there's more weakening of that dollar. Market sentiment and speculations. Trader sentiment and speculation activities can also drive up price. Um, Traders bullish on gold. Well, if traders are bullish on gold, it's because they're not bullish on stock market and crypto. Even though we have just hit all-time highs on both of these things across the board, stock market has recently hit all-time highs. Bitcoin has just hit an annual all-time high. Like weird things with this gold pump. And then last one, geopolitical events, conflicts or geopolitical tensions can also lead investors to seek the safety of gold. So, guys, that's why I did the thumbnail I did, having a little bit of caution. I think that we have a really weird setup right now that everyone should be aware of and everyone should be approaching with a little bit of caution. I'm not saying sell everything and run to gold at all. Do not ever, ever think I'm doing that. Matter of fact, if I was going to say anything, it wouldn't be financial advice, but it would be just run to Bitcoin because obviously Bitcoin is being grabbed up like gold is right now, not your altcoins. Um, but yeah, I think that there's definitely something weird going on with gold pumping like this, and all of like today, everything dumped, everything just absolutely dumping today. And we're going to get into those charts and start taking a look and get you guys some TA. I just wanted you guys to have this knowledge so that you can possibly see, if the cars start to wreck around you on the interstate and it gets really chaotic and you're about to be in a 500 car freaking mashup, be aware of the exit off of this interstate right before the crash. Okay, that's what I'm making you guys aware of. Look for those exit routes if you need to. Um, Something could be brewing. And when I look at the macroeconomic, I look at the news, I look at what's going on with gold. All of these are kind of telling a story that we're not really hearing more than seeing. So be aware of it. Take that knowledge, do with it what you will. But OC, let's go ahead and jump into some charts. What you got over there, bro?
Let's do it. All right. Well, then, I have a couple of things specials. I mean, we've been talking about a couple of movements. In this case, I have Rune in here. This is the previous show that we were talking about Rune. and we were waiting for the FOR to happen. We were at the premium zone, and also remember that down here we were expecting, or we were looking at this previous ranging zone for plan A to bounce up and then plan B to go find that VPVR. Well, we did see that result on that pump up, and actually went I mean went exactly to that area we were expecting. And then the FOR, well, then that FOR actually played very nicely. We went with a double topping here, and then we are retracing. So far everything is looking good, but look at what's happening with my squeeze momentum oscillator. So my squeeze momentum, I was looking for that movement to the upside. And did we had it? Yes, I was expecting a little bit of higher mountain here, but it seems like it is a little monitoring here, and now we're falling back down. So we do see that increase of price and that retracement. So we need to be careful because yes, we are on big support right now, and especially when I start throwing some tools in here, like for example this regression trend. If I grab it all the way from here and push it all the way till here until that change, let me start drawing also a couple of lines in here. So let me just get this out of the way, and here we go. So what I see is that previous highs in here, and let me change that color so it can be a little bit more noticeable. And we are seeing that confluence. Well, then, despite this range is going a little bit higher, we are right on that support line from the previous high and also from this previous high, and also we have a trend assistance going on there. So yeah, I mean, we just need to be a little bit careful because I do believe that we could be having something like a little dead cat bouncing there and keep moving down, especially for what's happening in the market, and more because we see the ADX actually moving down as we see it. So we still had a little bit more room to go on that ADX all the way to that 50% line right down there. So yeah, I mean, it's not looking that good. We're still bullish. We're still bullish. But as you mentioned, we need to get started at moving with cautions in the markets. So I also want to go around very, very quick for the next analysis in here and then try it back to you, which is the
Well, I want
second analysis that we made together. Yep, let me know.
to. Can you hold on the alts because I want to get into Bitcoin. I just had to take care of something real
Oh,
fast on here. That's why I passed it over to you. I want to take a look at Bitcoin here,
absolutely.
and then I want to take a look at Ethereum, and then we'll get over into the stacks. So, yeah, I had to
Perfect.
take care of something over here on another screen, so that's why I passed it to you first. But let's get into Bitcoin. Appreciate you taking that one, OC. Guys, taking a look at Bitcoin here. We're on a 1 week. Let's get back to the 4 hour. Let's go. Here we go. So what happened? We were over here on Friday morning about this range right here. We were on this liquidity block. Remember, I said we're hitting this liquidity block. And I said, if we hold this liquidity block here, we've already grabbed it and closed it out. We could be heading, and I said, watch this 37,975. If we do break this, that's where I look for us to head to, right? But if this liquidity block holds, guys, we could be on the path to 45K. We absolutely just took off from that point. So if you guys got into anything on that, congrats on you. It held the liquidity block beautiful there. We are sitting, and if you took this to the hour, guys, so I want to show you something. There was a little fight going on. Maybe it was on the 30-minute. Yeah, there we go. 30-minute here. I was watching this as it came up yesterday, and you can see we broke the 786 here on the platinum pocket and started to wick back down. I was like, are we going to get rejected on this thing? Because this is possibly what we're seeing here. But no, it got up there and it's holding above this platinum pocket. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin right now. Um, from the perspective of that it is the store value, digital gold, right? I think a lot of what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin movement is more about it being digital gold and not so much 100% about it being the Bitcoin having the Bitcoin cycle. I think a lot of people are just seeing it as more than that right now. Mind you, there's people like, me and OC that are absolutely buying this for the 4 year cycle. Don't get that twisted. But I think that there's something else going on with it. And again, it's strictly because of that gold pump. Gold doesn't typically pump like that. It's not a money maker. It is a protection. It's a defense, not a sword. It's not, you're not going to war and making money with your swords. You're falling back to a corner with a shield in your hand when you buy gold. So a little odd. So yes, I'm gonna stop beating that horse. It's dead. I get it. Sorry, PETA. Don't come after me for that and cancel me. But yeah, I think that we're going to take a look at that and see what we got going on here. Looking at the oscillators and stuff like this on the charts. Red Elephant. He said Army Gate. Red Elephant. It's the alumni, bro. We're the alumni. Hey, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. French Toaster. Ben Redden. I saw your chart. But I don't have time to really dig into it because I'm live and keeping the flow going. I will take a look at it later, I promise. Bitcoin oscillator. We do have the overbought blocks up here. We are continuing to squeeze up here and get really tight there on this oscillator cloud. So be careful on that one there. We do have some articles that are pinging up here. We've got Riot platforms to buy additional Bitcoin miners. So watch for Riot. Bitcoin blast from 41K as traders seek higher targets. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just wanted to check those. You can see the RSI prime getting pretty high up here also, guys. Way, way, way above that 70% mark. We haven't been this high since college. No, I'm just joking. You got all right. Look at here, guys. We do have we have been this high back here in October 2023 here. And we had a little bit of a pullback. So I do expect to see a pullback, but watch for that 786 at 41,233 being your support range there. Lastly, let's jump into Ethereum. We did have a move up on Ethereum, guys. I told you guys. I told you so. God, I hate that sound of that. I was talking to you guys, and we discussed the blue trend line here that goes all the way back to November. Can the rest of my candles load in? Come on, Trading View. You can do it. You can do it, Trading View. I got faith. There we go. Looking here, back all the way 22 November. So over a year ago now, we were on this trend line, multiple touches there. Matter of fact, I still have all this circled from when I showed you guys all this stuff. And then down it goes, right? It broke that and went below it. Well, I was talking to you guys that we had a couple of fake outs here, but if we could get this and test it as support, which we have not done yet, just so you're aware, has not been tested as support. It has not come back here and just went off of that. It hasn't done that yet. So be careful. But yeah, we broke that and got an absolute movement up there from the break of that line that I've been talking about for a while now, for a hot minute, if you will. Let's go here. Yeah, they got all the way up like 7% up without any leverage. So not bad. That's what I got there for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Guys, drop down in the chat there what you guys would like to see for the rest of this show. I am going to talk about some portfolio changes that I made yesterday. Made some big portfolio changes. So we'll talk about that and see how that is looking for portfolio changes. I want you guys to be aware. I told you I will always be transparent with you. But right now, I'm going to be, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to let OC take the reins and talk about stacks. So OC, take it away.
Absolutely. So moving to stacks, let's take a look at the prediction that we had. Well, not the prediction, more like the analysis that we have. So basically, we were breaking that channel going on there, going for that double top, and then just because we were still above that zero line and right at huge support, I was expecting a bounce to the upside. So it seems like it did play out very nicely here. So we went for that bounce into big support, going back up to where I did expect it to go. We had a second chance for that pullback entry and finally breaking through. So finally one of those altcoins that is moving upwards with Bitcoin. So thank you so much, Rigi Classic. He was the one who mentioned that we should be taking a look at stocks, and we did. So yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that not everything is just pulling back down, and we are seeing a couple of nice entries that we expected it playing out. So basically, that's on combination with what I have from Rune. Piper, do you have something else, or we want to keep moving into the next ones that I have in here?
Yeah, let's take a look, OC, at I hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin dominance. I want to take a look at that real fast. I want you to pull yours up on your chart. I'll pull mine up, and then we'll talk about it. well, we'll flip it back and forth, talk about what we're seeing there. So let's go over and grab Bitcoin dominance because I'm pretty sure you're going to see Ben Cowan coming out talking about this, about the "I told you so" comment, and it looks like DZ is going to be buying TA Tim a stake. I'm just gonna put that out now. Bitcoin dominance absolutely rocking. If you guys want to talk about what I was talking about Bitcoin doing so much better than the alts yesterday, guys, look at the Bitcoin dominance here. Bitcoin dominance currently at 54.27. That's pretty high. We do have a line up here at 54.5%. That is going to be from this previous high back here. We're heading towards it strong. And I think that if we break this, guys, we're absolutely heading to 60%. Bitcoin dominance as a whole does not pump like this uh, during the actual thing. So let's go back here and look here. Watch. We're going to go back to 2019. Okay. And then here is 2020. Here we go. We're starting into the actual bull run now, right? This is the parabolic run that Bitcoin made. If you take a look, this period starting December 28th all the way down to May, these are in 2021. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin for that period. That would be around here all the way up to here. This price movement of Bitcoin when we were in the bull run resulted in this downturn right here. So Bitcoin dominance during the bull market, when things are actually parabolically running for Bitcoin, happens. It goes down. Bitcoin dominance goes down, not up. We're seeing we're seeing this pre-run like this, but this is a really big run, guys. I think people are super bullish on Bitcoin because of the ETF. I think people are super bullish on Bitcoin because of the halving. Um, Tim will have to live stream the steak grilling for the bros. I agree, bedridden. But I think that with gold moving like this, I think a lot of smart money is still wary of what's going on in the economic side of the world. So we could still see some opportunities. If you guys missed out on this buy, I think you're still going to see opportunity in your future to buy some more stuff. Maybe not super cheap. I'm not saying $11,000 Bitcoin. Don't get it twisted again. I am saying though that you might see some good buy opportunities and pullbacks, especially on some of your altcoins going into quarter 1. There might be something happening. The smart money has got their ear to the wall, listening to all of their, Elizabeth Warrens and Nancy Pelosi's in the other room telling them stuff. So that's what I got there. Show me what you got on your chart for dominance there. And then I want to know in the
Absolutely.
chat, guys, let me know in the chat. Is there something more going on with Bitcoin purchasing right now than just the ETF and the halving? Is smart money starting to look at it along the side by side with gold as a safe haven? Let me know in the chat. Just put a 1 if you think that that is the case. Put a 2 if you think I'm off my rocker and lost my mind. So, OC, let's get your charts. Let's go.
Absolutely. So the dominance, I was expecting a pullback in here. So, oh, it just changed on me. There we go. I was expecting a pullback. Remember that I was saying the previous show that as we see it retracing, that could be an opportunity to enter into altcoins. And as you can see, Rune has been playing out very nicely, and as long as other ones. But we see that absorption week right at the support of the triangle. So this movement in here was in case we did broke through that huge support. Why? Because that will be consolidating the double top that we could be forming. So it seems like that wasn't the case at all. We did bounce from that bottom section on that triangle, and we absolutely broke through. Remember, it's not about the breakout; it's about that beautiful retest, and off we go. But this is where I start thinking something or trying to think outside the box, which is not that outside the box. But as you see, gold and Piper has showed us gold and Bitcoin both pumping. Well, then that is, I mean, or for me, that is a sign that now maybe some big movement or movements in the market could be taking place to buy the rumor, all right, and sell the news. So this could be what we were waiting for, or at least what I was waiting for, on the ETF news upcoming and having a Bitcoin. Why? Because remember that I always mention, guys, I believe, and again, this is my own opinion, I believe it's more about the money that is being moved before the ETF gets approved than the ETF itself, because the ETF will be, yes, for institutional money, but I've also been talking about what with those with privileged information. All right, so when they see, or when we get approved that ETF, we could be seeing, like any other launch of cryptocurrencies, we see a big dump of what of the people that bought very early, and then on the big news they just dumped the price because they knew the liquidity was, it's going to be there, but everybody else just getting that Bitcoin. So I believe that right now what I finally been waiting for, it's now materializing.
Nice, nice. Um, okay, so yeah, I think you're right on that also. Let's go ahead and check out stacks, and then we're gonna check out a couple of requests that someone put in here. I saw Ada. Shout out to Lunar Beaches. Shout out to Alex O Crypto, the otter in here. I saw Trade Fly in here. Gia S, my and Crux of Crypto, my boss ass mods. Love having you guys in here. Bev Redden. Guys, thank you all for joining us here today. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button down below. And if you're new here, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live. We do this 5 days a week. We got a bunch of new content, and I got an announcement to make at the end of this show. So stick around for that, because might be some big changes coming in January to the alumni and everyone that joins us here for Piper Academy. So let's get into stacks, and then we'll go check out those other coins that people called out here. So
Perfect. So it seems like we already went through stocks. We basically confirmed that movement to the upside. It happened right here. So as far as how high could it go, let's take a look at daily just to see where do we have a couple of support resistances. It seems like on daily we are right there getting to that daily number 5 resistance, which is around 1.104. All right. But where else, or what else could I be looking for? Well, it seems like I'm also running into that premium zone. So it seems like I am building up that confluence. Let's see, or let's take a look at my here we go, my predictive ranges. It started all the way here, and we're going for that previous um blue line. So far, if we are able, which I believe that we should be having right here, a little bit of a ranging zone, or at least a little bit of a bull flag forming for us to reach all the way up here. If we start forming that flag, I believe that we could be looking at a retracement FOR and then reaching that blue line. Let's take a look at how will that be forming here. So you see that little range or bull flag that I was talking about? Well, then right here we have number 5, number 4, and number whatever. I'm gonna remove that spaghetti so we can take a look at that. But what it's telling me, it is that I could be encasing within this zone here, therefore maybe building up that flag formation that I'm hoping for or waiting for. All right. So far, my oscillator right here, it's pointing that I'm making a bearish divergence. And if I flip right now, if I do see a flipping here, I could be making that bullish divergence bigger and maybe building up that pattern that I'm waiting for. If I break and let's take on that overbought zone, most likely I'm gonna hit that number 5 resistance, and I bet we'll see that on, yeah, and we see that on the RSI prime that we have going on there. So no weakness on the RSI prime just yet. We see a strong. Again, we need to, or we are on high Kinashi candles in here, which indicate us that we should be starting to see small candles before we start seeing that flip. So far, I do see this V shape happening here, and I believe that we might be having that last movement to get there. before a reversal happens. So, Piper, do you see maybe something else that you want to add on stacks, or you want to take on board with any other altcoin?
No, but I will point out that yesterday when I was buying all these cryptos that I'm going to talk to you guys about it towards the end here on the closeout, because I told you guys I'd give you my portfolio update. I was going to buy stacks yesterday, a bunch. Like I was dropping thousands of dollars into different cryptos yesterday. Stacks was on my list, and Crux of Crypto told me no, don't buy it. And I said, but it's a layer
Jesus.
two solution on the Bitcoin blockchain. And he goes, yeah, but I'm not keen on it. And him and I go over my portfolio a lot and his portfolio a lot. So yeah, thanks, Crux of Crypto. You may have led me in the right direction 99 times, but I am not going to forget the 100th that you failed me. So it's okay. It's all right, man. No, but yeah, that's a good. I think that's good on stacks, and I'm very bullish on stacks. I should have listened to my gut yesterday instead of my friend, but hey. Um, so taking a
Piper,
look
before
here
we
at
move
card.
into yeah, sorry.
What's that?
Before we move into another coin, I would like to suggest that we have the screener of Chart Prime. Maybe it could be a good idea to start uploading it or updating it as for the cryptos that we see and the public wants us to keep track of.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. You want to go ahead and show them how to set it up?
No, go ahead with your analysis, and then I set
Okay,
it up, and then we move into the next
cool.
one.
Cool. Sounds good. Yo, T Shroom, what's up, bro? Just wanted to give a shout out to T Shroom from the Investing Bros in the house right now. Always happy to see my bro in here. Guys, taking a look at Cardano. I was talking to you guys. I think it might have been Thursday. It might have been Wednesday. It was one of the shows that you guys were here joining me. And I said, watch out. We got this liquidity block over here. Comes off of this wick back here. It's got a pretty decent strength, 60%. So, technically you can think of it as a 60% chance that price is going to move there and 60% chance that it might reject there, right? Liquidity block right there. That's a liquidity zone for the chart prime indicators. I said it's sitting right here below that 786. If we come up here, likely hit this, we could get a rejection off that platinum pocket on the 786 on Cardano, and that's exactly what ADA did to us. It literally wicked up to that 786 and has now since then fallen just from the 786. I'm not even going to get the full wick. 5% down, currently sitting 3% down from that. But we are getting, again, another bounce here. Mind you, this one's only a score of 13, so it's kind of weak. But we are getting this bounce here off of this other liquidity block, and we are sitting above this predictive range here, the upper trade band of the predictive range. As you can see, was already support there. So I am going to be watching that for support. If we do not do this, and like I said last week, and we get a full breakdown of this, look for the golden pocket in conjunction with the dynamic reactor and the trend assistant coming in here. Also looks like we're going to be having the 50-week exponential moving average coming in, providing massive support in that 37 to 38 cent range there. You can see before how many times this dynamic reactor has been a massive support. So that is what we're looking at there for ADA. Let's go ahead, jump over to your chart, check out the screener. We'll tell people what it does and give them a little rundown on it. And then I think from there we can jump out, start talking about portfolio changes, start talking about the new year, what's coming up, and the fact that I'm going to be gone and only able to do a few shows for about 2 weeks, or about, I guess, 12 days, almost 2 weeks, because I'm going on vacation. So, I've worked hard. I've invested hard. I've made good money. I pulled out $7,000 in profits from Caspa weeks ago. I told you guys about
Oh
that,
wow!
so that I had money for a vacation. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on vacation. But yeah, let's jump over here to your chart and let's check out what you've got for the screener. Give everybody a rundown on it. Tell us about the screener, OC.
Absolutely. So if you're part of any of the plans that Chartplan offers, you can go to invite only scripts and then you check out right here the Prime Screener. Where you say the Prime Screener right here. You just click once and you're gonna have it right here. Remember that you can have multiple screeners, so you can add as many as you need to. Also, if you take a look at here, it says video. But if I go to something like strategy reading, I have a different screener, so I can have a different screener pair pair setup or a pair layout that I might have. So I can maybe have my layout for metals, I could have my layout for stocks, and my layout for altcoins. All right. So nonetheless, since we do a ton of things, I'm gonna keep just one here for us. And then if you double click on that, you can start setting up your indicators to show you a couple of assets that you may have. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is having it at top right, and I'm going to be doing it at normal so we can see or have a better view. This one, let's just wait for the little eye to stop moving around. And then I'm also going to be looking at, what is it? Multi-screen. No, let's just keep it like as is. Very
Just leave it a
important, my
single one for
tuning,
now.
which is
Yeah.
going to be yeah. For me, this tuning, it is the chart primes tuning that I use. For me, that oscillates between 40 and 60. I usually like 43 and then 54 or
I
50 or
use I
60
use
for
45. So yeah,
treasury
you're right in the
markets.
ballpark.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do believe that our styles very much are alike in many points. So that doesn't surprise you that we're almost on spot with that. And from that on, you just basically either turn them on and off as you may want them to. So I'm gonna start turning everything off so we can start keeping track of those sweet assets. So guys, if you
Yep.
want us to start adding a couple of assets here, let us know on the comments. And also, if you're watching this video not live, make sure to leave your comment down there on what asset you will like us to add in here, and we'll add it right there. So Piper,
Now,
I believe
yeah,
that we're basically, yep.
yeah, that's good. But what I want to tell people is what I'm going to do with this. Can you pull that back up again? Because it just went away what I was wanting to show people. Pulling the assets again. There you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because you had one that had a sell with a double take profit. So I want to explain to people what it's doing and why this is going to be useful for us on the show. That's good right there. I think that'll work. Let's let it load up. So you guys see like BNB right there. It has a sell with two take profits. I said, hey, we hit a trend sell indicator. We have hit two take profits, which means that it actually played out as a sell. It went down. It hit a check mark and then another check mark on BNB, and it's below the reactor right now. So there's multiple bearish things going on there. If I start to see reversal or candle patterns that are green after that, that means that we're seeing a price reversal on that asset. It has gone down off of a sell. It has hit two take profits. It's still under the dynamic reactor, and now is likely going to be going up because we got a bullish candlestick pattern that printed on it, or we got a reversal that printed on it. This is going to help us identify something that has already played out and look for those reversals to catch the movement back to the upside. So that's what I'm going to be using this for. And you guys can drop your assets in there and we'll track them with you. So that's what I got there. OC, let's go ahead and jump out here and let's talk about portfolio. Guys, yesterday I bought a bunch more crypto yesterday morning. It would have been about noon my time. So before the big move, everything was kind of pulled back and in the red. And I was like, this looks like a good spot to get in. Matter of fact, even if we look at like Cardano here on my chart, nope, that's your chart. Hi, how you doing? Um, that would have been yesterday morning around, let's go to the hourly so I can get that real fine point there. There we go. Yeah, yesterday it would have been about right there that I bought. So quite literally, that's where I did all of my buys yesterday. Because my boy Crux came by. I don't know why I'm playing music. I just want to jam out with you today, OC. Let's just play music and just chart all day. Let's do it. So yeah, so
Yes.
I bought a bunch of
That's it.
cryptos, and I want to show you guys what that was, just so that you guys can have that transparency of what I have in my portfolio, not the amounts. I've hit all that data. I just want to show you this. Yes, there we go. So yesterday I had Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, Solana. I did buy some more of these things here on my tickers. But as of right now, what I added more Illuvium yesterday. I added more Chainlink yesterday. I added more something else. There was something else I added more of yesterday. Ethereum, I added another $15,000 worth of Ethereum yesterday at that point, which was a good move in my on my thing. I added a little bit more Casper yesterday because it had seen a little bit of a pullback. I added Injective completely, Fetch AI, Render, Filecoin, Kusama, AGIX, Arweave, Pepe, and Sui. So that's what I added yesterday. And I don't have it on the chart here, but I added in Clean Spark, which the order went in this morning, and it has done great because I got in on a limit order at market open, and then it has pumped up immensely this morning already. So, that's what I upped on yesterday. Um, and then AGIX, MDR, Render. Yeah, I got Render. I said that one too. I also got an announcement to make. Oh, see, I don't even know if you're tracking this. Guys, come January, you're going to see some big changes coming to the show. We're going to have content being put up by Crux Crypto doing the Crux's curriculum. He's going to be doing project breakdowns where he's analyzing projects, the history of it, what it's based on, why it's good or bad. He's going to be giving it a GPA, a graded project assessment score, to fit the whole Alumni Academy theme. He'll be giving it a score, and he'll be doing those videos once to twice a week. We're going to have content coming out sometime in the first quarter from ZTS Rhythm. He's going to be doing the Gamers Corner, talking about blockchain games, not the tokens behind it, but along the lines of like, is this game fun to play? Did I make any money on it? And doing stuff like that for some of our younger viewership out there. But most importantly, OC, we have a third person joining the show. We will be a 3-man show starting in January. Would you like to know who it's going to be?
Absolutely, please shoot.
Tradefly. Tradefly is going to be joining the show as a third member. It's going to be great because when I'm gone away from the show, I'll still have Tradefly and OC here to run things. He's got a great channel, but he doesn't have a lot of time to put into it and really grow it. And he loves doing this content and providing you guys with knowledge. So he wants to join up with us so that he has this platform to hang out with other people and interact with the community and interact with other co-hosts. So I am honored that Tradefly wants to join the team. He's actually in the chat right now. Tradefly, what's up, dude? So yeah, it's going to be awesome. He said predictive range on the daily nailed the local high for Bitcoin. It does that, bro. I love the predictive ranges. But yeah, welcome Tradefly. He's going to be in here doing this thing with us and rocking out for the alumni. He's got this mentality of teaching, so it's going to be good. So yeah, I love it. I love it. So that's going to be happening in January. And then next week, guys, actually this week, it's Monday the 4th. Yes. On the 7th, I will be flying off to Florida. I'm going to be in Daytona for 3 days. I'm going to go see T-Shroom. T-Shroom and I are going to hang out in Daytona, and Amanda and my wife, and we're going to go maybe hit Cocoa Beach and St. Augustine and do some stuff. So going to see him. And then I'm going to Orlando for about 8 days, and then I'm going back over to Daytona for 3 more. So gonna have a little away time. I will be live from some of the parks on my phone to say hey to you guys with OC, and maybe we can get Tradefly in here a couple of days during that time while I'm gone. OC, just Tradefly, get with us. Let's talk. And then, I think that it's going to be a good break for myself, but I wanted you guys to know what's going on with everything before I hopped out of here. OC, you got anything important to put out besides the obvious, hey, check out Legendary Coffee. The link's down below. And if you want Chart Prime 45% off, you can get that right there and have that screener on your own chart and all those Twitter things over there and subscribe. Yes. If besides that stuff, you got anything you want to put out, bro?
No, not too much. Just let's move with cautions right now, since everything is moving very fast and very quick. Again, like something happened, with stacks that maybe you got left out of the trade. Do not chase after it. Remember, if it's
Thanks,
gone,
Crux.
it's gone. Don't worry.
Thanks,
I mean, if it's gone, it's gone. And you're going to have a ton more of opportunities. Don't worry. We are here for you guys. So just stay prime, stay tuned, and I mean, just keep following up. Remember, I already have added, by the way, Bitcoin, Render, and AGX to the Prime Screener because Crux has mentioned it right here. So again, guys, if you have or want any of those assets to be added, You just need to write it down in the comments and click that like button. And that like button is
Sweet.
gonna send it to us, and then we're gonna replace it there.
Awesome. Oh, I missed one thing. Crypto Seth. Crypto Seth. I will be on his show tomorrow morning, right after our show. So we go live. We're done with our show tomorrow morning. I'm on Crypto Seth's show tomorrow, doing some TA for him on some low caps. And then on Wednesday morning, Crypto Seth is going to be a guest here on the show with us. He's going to be coming on to drop some low cap gem knowledge on you and talk about the future show that we got coming up. We're going to be doing a whole mini series with Crypto Seth, doing a challenge portfolio, $20,000 going into a Seth driven portfolio to compare it against my portfolio of more blue chip stuff that I have going over here. And so we're going to just compare them out, do a mini series throughout the bull run. It's going to be fun. And then also, we've got another show that's going to be recorded in January. It's going to be myself. It's going to be OC Guy. It's going to be Tradefly and Alex O Crypto the Otter. We're going to be coming together and giving you guys our predictions for the Bitcoin high in the 2025 year. So don't miss that. Stay tuned right here. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit notification bell, and then you'll get notified when all of these shows come out. But guys, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate your time. I want you guys to know that Piper Academy is not just my show. This is your academy, guys. You're not going to go to Princeton and find anybody named Princeton there. No matter who is on this show, it's going to be people that are hand-selected, that are able to give you guys knowledge and teach you what you need to know to make money in the space, because knowledge is profit. Guys, thanks for joining us here today. OC, thanks. Always a great show to have you on with me every day. I love it. I dig it. It's like working a job with my best friend. I dig it, man. So thanks, guys, for joining us right here in Piper Academy. OC, thank you. Folks, hit the like button on your way out. We'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on Piper Academy. Till then, trade safe, stay primed, and as always, use a stop loss.
That was awesome, dude!